what is the importance of saying the daily rosary?
Ah, yes. Well, Our Lady, of course, has asked for it so many times, and both at Lourdes, of course, to Saint Bernadette, and also Our Lady at Fatima told the three children, to pray the Rosary every day. Certainly, Our Lady wants that we should be doing it just to make her happy, of course. And but she's also, as an encouragement to us to do this, because sometimes, God and Our Lady know that we can be rather selfish at times, and we want, what can I get out of my prayer, which is not the ideal, obviously. Nevertheless, sometimes they know that that's what motivates us, for better or for worse. And so that's why Our Lady is piously believed that Our Lady gave to Saint Dominic those 15 promises for those who would pray the Rosary daily. So many different graces attached to this, so many different graces to help our families, our own salvation, the salvation of others, to keep people out of purgatory, to keep people out of heresy, etc. And it's true, I think all of us, priests and laity, we've all had experience of the power of the Rosary, both in terms of seeing vocations come from families that are very dedicated to their daily Rosary, and also for conversions of people, whether it is non-practicing Catholics who have come back to the practice of their faith, maybe even the last moment, because of all these rosaries that the family have been praying for years and years and years. Also, it can be someone who is non-Catholic entirely converting to Catholicism, and it's through that prayer of the Rosary. Maybe I should actually tell a story. In fact, I could tell a couple stories. So there's a friend of mine, actually. So he was back in the 1970s. He was a Protestant, and some friend of his had given him a rosary. It was a Catholic friend, gave him this rosary, and he didn't know exactly what to do with it. So he walked into it was a Novoselic Catholic church, of course, back in those days. So he walks into this Catholic church and picks up one of these little brochures, how to pray the Rosary. And of course, everyone's got one of those. On the inside, it's got the diagram of the Rosary with little arrows that say, "Pray Our Father here. Pray 10 Hail Marys here." So he took his rosary in one hand, took the brochure in the other, and he tried to follow this. Of course, he didn't realize he was supposed to be saying the whole Our Father and the whole Hail Mary. So he was just saying, "Our Father, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary." And he wasn't saying the rosary right the way we would, obviously, but still Our Lady saw his good intentions, his good heart, and he converted straight into traditional Catholicism, where he's been for the last 40-odd years, actually. So it's the power of the rosary, absolutely. Yeah.